Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be one of those self-development videos, and today we're going to be talking about how to boost your self-confidence. So before I dive in, there are a couple of things I'd like us to know. Confidence is not we have to understand that confidence is not walking into a room and thinking, oh, we're better than every other person in that room. It's actually walking in and knowing that you do not have to compare yourself to anybody. It's not something magical. It's either you have it or you do not have it. It's something that actually can be developed. And when you get to a place in your life where comparison is dead, where you do not need to compare yourself to anybody but yourself, that's confident. It doesn't mean you have to be the loudest person in that room. No, it doesn't even mean you have to be the person that has to be noticed. It's actually the opposite, and it's knowing your grade without having to be seen. It's like that silent champion, that humble champion or silent winner. It's actually a feeling, and we're more confident when we feel good, feel accomplished, feel supported. And one thing we have to know is that no one was born confident, because it's like the number one thing holding us back from reaching our dreams. No one was born confident. Sometimes we ponder and ask ourselves, or wonder why our friends or co-workers or colleagues are as confident as they are, and we're not as confident as our colleagues are. But one thing is, the difference is they were not, it's not like they were born with it. They just have an experience that you're lacking. There could be some areas in your life where you're more confident at something. Maybe you know how to repair cars, fix computers, or you know how to play a musical instrument, or you're good at a particular subject. And then you find out that you're more confident in these areas than they are. You find out that you're actually more confident, and they are not as confident as you are. So it's something that can actually be developed. It's not rocket science, like I always say. It's something that can be developed, and some might have to work on it harder than the other, because they've conditioned themselves all their life to lack of confidence. Even shy people have moments where they're not shy around people they're familiar with. Maybe their friends, family, loved ones, partners. I feel like shyness is selective, and we can actually make confidence permanent. And there are some things you can actually do to elevate how you feel about yourself, which would in turn boost your self-esteem. So here are some tricks that could help boost your self-confidence. So my first point is empower yourself. Empower yourself. Empowering yourself is like the best way to building self-confidence, and it's like the best way to becoming more knowledgeable. And how do you become more knowledgeable? By information, by reading, reading, doing research, taking up courses, even learning from people who have achieved the things you want to achieve, or have done or are doing the things you want to do. Trust me, your brain is hungry. You need to feed your brain. You need to stimulate your brain. A lot of us are afraid to think. It doesn't hurt to read journals, newspapers, do research. It doesn't hurt to do all these things. A lot of us are afraid to think creatively and constructively. Our brains are hungry. We need to feed it. And the good thing for those of us that do not like to read, we have audiobooks online. There are a lot of audio things going up now. Just listen to audiobooks. A lot of things have changed now, so you can listen to audiobooks. And I realized that it's hard to it's hard to feel confident when you don't think you do well at something. So beat that feeling. You understand? Beat that feeling by preparing ahead, whether it's addressing the crowd, or an exam, or a presentation, whatever it is. Prepare ahead of time. And I realized that and one thing we have to know is that no one felt confident doing something for the first time. And no one was born confident. So just prepare ahead. That would help a lot. And my second point is eliminate negativity, negative energy, negative people, negative thoughts from your life. Like, you do not need it. Trust me, you do not need it. Negativity is contagious, and when you surround yourself with negative people, it directly impacts on your confidence in a negative way. So please, you do not need it. Distance yourself as much as possible from these people. Honestly, distance yourself as much as possible from these people. The funny thing is, these negative people are all around us. It could be your family, it could be at your workplace, in school. I mean, sometimes people closest to us. Do you need to change them, or do you need to change that job? Yes, if you can. Is it going to pay? Yes, it's going to pay. Is it going to suck? Yes, it's going to suck, but it's going to pay big time. So please, if you're in that position where people around you are the ones, that say the nastiest things, you need to rework that relationship as soon as possible. It might sound like a joke, but I'm serious. You do not need it. You do not need it. And if these people are your close family, that keep telling you, oh, you're a terrible child, you're rude, you're useless, you're dumb, you will not amount to anything, and they keep bringing your spirit down or making you feel terrible, which actually does happen. I'm not saying you should be rude or you talk back at them or fight back or whatever. No, you can tell them off politely, and after whatever conversation or argument that happened, you can go back to yourself, speak out loud to yourself the opposite of all those things that have been said. You tell yourself that you're great, you're a smart child, or you're smart and you do exploits, you're good at everything, you're gonna amount to great things, amount to something beautiful, something great. And one thing you have to know is that how you feel or think about yourself is immediately, or yourself immediately is directly tied to, the actions you make. So you need to practice these things by looking into the mirror every morning you wake up. You speak positive things to yourself, you encourage yourself. It's safe to have people who would be able to help build you up, or help you get to where you want to get to in life. It's actually very, very toxic and unhealthy to have people who bring you down constantly. You do not need it. Negative energy, negative people around you, no, you don't. My fourth point is, don't compare yourself to others. Honestly, don't compare yourself to others. It's wrong on all levels. It's not right. You need to stop, because it's almost like a hobby. A lot of people run into their friends and they are feeling like, oh, look at the kind of car she's driving. I'm driving a 504 and she's driving whatever grade of car we think she's driving. Oh, look at the kind of phone she uses. Oh, look at the hair she's wearing, and I'm on synthetic hair or whatever. Or look at, oh, my bag doesn't even have a name and she has a Gucci bag. All those things don't worry. The people you're really worried about do not care for you like that. They don't care. So I don't know, all this having to match up. You go into someone's house, you're already looking at the decor. You feel like, oh, I don't think I have to invite my friends yet to my house. I need to up my game. I need to match up. I need to step up. I need to change the decor I have. It's no longer up to date. I need to get the latest golden chair that is on e-money's or on anybody's house that I see. See where she took pictures. Oh, I need to go there and take some pictures there, so that I can be classified as belong, or I belong. It's draining. I don't even know how you people do it. Honestly, a lot of people are worrying themselves because they think, oh, they are not where they ought to be, or their friends are far, having fun, traveling the whole world. Child, you need to learn contentment. You need to stop, because it's draining and honestly really stressful. I don't know how people keep up with all that, but on all level, you need to stop, please, just for your sanity. You need to stop all that. Some people go on social media, where people post their highlights, and they're already, feeling terrible about themselves, worried that their friends are doing a lot better than they are. Their friends are going around the world and they have not even left the states they were born. I don't know how you would stress. It's really stressful, They're not even left where they. You don't compare your chapter 1 with someone's chapter 37. You don't. You don't. There's a process to these things. There's a process. That's just how it works. You need to take one step at a time. It's better to compare your older self, with where you are at the moment, to see your progress and your growth. You look at where you were before, you look at where you are now, you see if there's any progress in your life or any growth, rather than comparing yourself with someone's highlight, or someone you see traveling around the whole world and feeling like, oh, I must be, something is wrong with me. I need to travel so that I can be classified as, someone who belongs, or someone who knows how far. Nobody cares like that. Like, they don't see, you do all that, they still have what they have in their head. You need to take it one step at a time. My last point is focus on all the good things you've achieved. Most of us do not even give ourselves credit that we deserve. It's good to pat yourself at the back. But when you feel low in confidence, it's important to remember all the good things you've achieved so far and how well you did them. But then if you feel like you've not accomplished anything, or you do not have a talent, or you don't know where to start from or anything, because I feel like everybody is good at something, but if you feel like you're not good at anything, you can sign up for a class, a cooking class, or join a fashion designing class, or a painting class. I feel like these things would help. Musical instrument is something else that can be looked at and learned and nurtured. All these things can help a lot. Honestly, just pick something you're good at, and nurture it, and it's really going to help you. Yeah, it's really going to help. So we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, watching. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and hit the notification button so you get notified every time I post a video. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video. Bye.